You can order the Downstream Oxygen sensor used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. We advise you to start your vehicle and let it warm up. This will facilitate the removal of the oxygen sensor and prevent you from damaging it during removal. Be careful not to burn yourself during the operation. Turn your engine off and set the parking brake. For safety reasons, we advise you to disconnect the battery. To do so, we recommend watching the video, How to Replace the Honda Accord Car Battery. Raise the front of your vehicle quite high, which will give you easier access to the oxygen sensors. We strongly suggest watching our video on How to Jack Your Honda Accord Safely before carrying out this step. Place the vehicle on the jack stands. In order to access the upper oxygen sensor connectors, you need to move aside the front passenger seat. Start by removing the plastic cover from the first rear seat mounting. Using a ratchet and a 14mm socket, unscrew the first rear retaining bolt. Perform the same operation on the other rear bolt. Now, unscrew the two front retaining bolts using the same tools. Use an extender for the inner bolt. You can now lift the seat. Using a fork, remove the rivet holding the carpet. Then, shift the carpet. You can now access the power cables of the Downstream O2 sensor. Disconnect the connector by pressing on the plastic tab and pulling it. Using the fork, push the rubber plug to pull it out of the vehicle floor. Position yourself under the vehicle. Next, using the fork, remove the cable from the plastic bracket by lifting and pushing it. Perform the same operation on the other two plastic brackets. If the brackets have come loose from their slots, remember to put them back on the body. You can now access the Downstream Oxygen sensor located on the catalytic converter. Apply penetrating oil to the sensor to facilitate unscrewing. Next, using a breaker bar and a 22mm oxygen sensor socket, loosen the sensor. Finish unscrewing it using a 22mm wrench. Clean the sensor location with a wire brush to make it easier to install the new sensor. You can order the Downstream Oxygen sensor used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Take the new oxygen sensor. Put it back in place on the catalytic converter, then screw it back on. Finish tightening using a torque wrench.
Hey, it's Alex from CarParts.com. If you enjoyed this video and want to support us, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, back to work.
Run the cable through the three plastic brackets. Then run the connectors and the rubber plug through the vehicle floor. Put the rubber plug back in place in the floor opening. Plug the electrical connector back in. Put the carpet back in place. Put the rivet back in place. Then, screw the 4 retaining bolts back in. Put the plastic covers back in place. Then you can rest your vehicle on the ground. Reconnect the battery. Operation complete.